What's going on, people? It's the Beer here once again. So, even though I know that the live stream went like a couple of days ago, but earlier today, well, Saturday really, because it's Sunday now, I seen the Call of Duty World War II trailer. And the trailer looked amazing. It looked absolutely amazing when they talked about the multiplayer, when they talked about the campaign and stuff. You know, they talked about like it was going to be some co-op and stuff like that. I'm glad that Sledgehammer took the time to go out to these different historical countries and all that, and looked at the weaponry and looked at, the tanks and all this, the historical stuff that, what happened in, World War II, everything that was in World War II, And I'm glad that Sledgehammer took the time to go out and do that. I mean, they was passionate on making a Call of Duty game that players would enjoy playing, Not like that Infinite Warfare, whatever that was, because that was a absolute disaster. Now, there's one plus thing about the Infinite Warfare was the campaign was awesome, but the multiplayer sucked. It was so bad, so bad. As a matter of fact, I'm probably never going to play multiplayer again on Infinite Warfare. I mean, you got guys jumping 15 feet in the air. They're sliding and shooting. They're jumping 15 feet in the air and shooting. I hate that. The only thing I would play at Infinite Warfare is the campaign. I will never play multiplayer again. Never. So I'm glad that Sledgehammer took the time to go back to the roots where Call of Duty 2, where it all started, where it got the most recognition was Call of Duty 2. I mean, to tell you the truth, that was the best Call of Duty that there was. That was the best Call of Duty. After that, I would say Modern Warfare 3. I don't know. I ain't going to go through all the Call of Duties, whatever, but the worst Call of Duty that I ever played was Call of Duty 3. That was a horrible. When Treyarch first came out with their first Call of Duty, that was the worst Call of Duty. The campaign and the multiplayer was absolute garbage. So I'm glad that Sledgehammer is now, they're revamping Call of Duty and they're going back to the roots. They're not doing this out of space thing with all these different suit upgrades and all this futuristic stuff that we ain't gonna see in another 20 or 30 years. I'm glad they went back, to the roots and all, and I'm glad they went and they brought back the grease gun. I love the grease gun. That was one of my favorite weapons in Call of Duty 2. It was one of my favorite. I love the grease gun. So yeah, I'm glad that they're doing that. And the trailer looked amazing. Like I said, looked really amazing, And there's a lot about this game here that definitely people will go out and go and pre-order. It's worth the pre-order. It really is, so you can get an early access to the game. I mean, I'm thinking about pre-ordering it myself, Even though me and GameStop is kind of out of terms and all, because on my birthday, this guy want to argue with me about some, me not buying a membership, to, save money on used games. And even though I was coming in that day to buy a new game, the guy was arguing with me about used games. So me and GameStop on good terms, and I ain't been to GameStop ever since my birthday, which was on the 28th of February. I ain't been there since. I've been buying games off of eBay, which is cheaper than GameStop anyway. But anyway, that's a whole different thing. Call of Duty World War II, to me, is worth going out to pre-order. I hope everybody who is in the Call of Duty, I hope y'all went out and go and pre-ordered it already, because I am definitely going to do it, and I definitely want to get the early access to the game. And they're bringing back, and I don't care about the zombie thing. They got zombies in every single game, I mean, come on. The zombie thing is like way, way overrated now. It's used too much. I don't, I might play the zombies, but I don't know. It's they put that on every Call of Duty now. They put it on since World at War. That was the first time that zombies was on Call of Duty, was at World at War. And ever since then, they try to put it on every other Call of Duty ever since. So, I mean, whatever. People are into zombies, but it's just used too much. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but I looked at the whole thing. The whole thing was nice. Everything was together. I love how they went to historical places. Sledgehammer, I'm glad that you guys have really taken the time to, to revamp Call of Duty and go back to the roots, because this futuristic shit, I never did like it. Ever since Advanced Warfare, it was... Why would I even put futuristic stuff you're never gonna see it in real life? You're never gonna see someone jumping 15 feet in the air, a person sliding, and all this other stuff. I mean, it's Infinite Warfare. It's just, God, I can't play the damn game no more. I just hate it. It's so, it's so unrealistic. It really is. It's just so unrealistic to a point. I just don't want to play it. I don't even have fun playing the Infinite Warfare. Every time I try to, it's like I'll play it for like maybe 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'm just going and playing something else. I don't want to play that damn shit no more. So Sledgehammer, I'm hoping that you guys really take the time and don't rush this thing out. Don't rush Call of Duty World War II out. Take the time and put everything. I mean, you got tanks on there. The last time that a Call of Duty game had tanks, if I'm not mistaken, was World at War. You got tanks on there. You're bringing back tanks. That's wonderful. The old school weapons. The old weapons. I mean, yes. But I have to say this, we know this is a Call of Duty game. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to the multiplayer, I always have a problem with. Multiplayer. It's always just somebody that's just doing the same, the same thing over and over. Like they're spamming. They do the same thing over and over. The players on there, the camping and everything like that. When it comes to multiplayer, I just seriously have a problem with nowadays. I just can't stand the players. I can't, So, Sledgehammer, don't rush this game. Take the time out, and make the game the way. Look on your forums. And listen to what people have to say. A lot of companies don't listen to the players. So they rush a game out and, it's not what the players want. You know what I'm saying? It's like half-assed stuff on there. When you can take your time, listen to the fans, go in the forums, listen to people, and put on there what people want. You know what I'm saying? They did. I bet you, Sledgehammer, I bet you people didn't want that futuristic crap. And Treyarch, Activision, I guarantee people went on forums and was like, we don't want this futuristic shit that we're not going to see in 20, 30 years. This unrealistic stuff, jumping 15 feet in the air, and all this other stuff that they do on the multiplayer nowadays. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, it's... These companies are, they killing the Call of Duty franchise. They're killing it. But you know what I think Sledgehammer did? And I was thinking about this while I was watching their live stream. I think they looked at what DICE did with Battlefield 1 And that's when they, because they know Battlefield 1 was a popular game, because they went back in the old days and all, and in the World War days, you know what I'm saying? And that's what Sledgehammer, came with the idea from. I was thinking that, and I'm pretty sure that's what they did. Because Battlefield 1 is a popular game nowadays, even though the campaign on there was extremely short. Extremely short. But the multiplayer is what stood out, so yeah. Good job, Sledgehammer. I hope your game is what everybody wants, and just take the time to make a good game. Just take the time, do what you gotta do to make this game stand out above the rest. And when you do that, you're gonna have boatload of money. Boatload of money. Way more than that infinite shit fair. I'll never play that damn game again. I'm sorry. I can't stand that stuff, that futuristic crap. Anyway, y'all, it's an 11-minute video. Y'all know how I do. I always do like over 10-minute videos, and I need to quit. I really do need to quit, but I've been doing that lately. I don't know why, but I just ramble on and on and on, and like I'm doing right now. So I'm about to end the video, but Sledgehammer, I give y'all props for what y'all done. I give y'all props for going to historical sites and looking up weaponry and all this so you could add that to the game. I'm giving y'all props. So I will be going out and pre-ordering, and hopefully the game is pretty good. All right, y'all, this is the Bear, and I'm out. Peace.